Hi, friends. Uh, I have a very exciting week next week. I want to talk a little bit about, and then the week after that. Today's Sunday. What is the day today? It's 5th of May, 2024. If you have traveled back in time to when I was, well, 12, 13 years old, and you had said, Richard, I'm from the future. There's going to be something called internet, and you're going to be on it. It's going to be social media, you're going to be on it, and you're going to have a growing presence. I would have said, actually, yeah, I can believe that. Uh, but I could imagine that. I could have imagined even more success than I've had so far back then, and I did. But I still would have, I must be serious now, I still would have been, I'm going to get emotional, I still would have been surprised to know back then when I was 12, 13 that I would get this big job. For some people, this may not be big. When they see it, it's going to be, oh, yeah, yeah, it's one job among many. For me, it is the biggest one. Although that gave me most credibility artistically was, as I said before, when I made songs with a friend. He made melodies, most of them, I did some of them. I made most of the lyrics. We got a song played in radio in 98 and several other songs in 97 and in Sweden in 98, Finland 97, sorry, Turkey 97, Sweden 98, Sweden, Finland, I think it was 01. And then that song, first one that we got played in Sweden, called Don't Believe. Also, a girl who sang it fantastically. My lyrics, my friends. I'm not sure he wants me to name him. I know she wouldn't want to be named publicly, but you have to respect people's privacy. But she sang it greatly. Anyway, I sent a demo where I sang it to a casting firm. And they were casting Roll Besatta in Swedish for the Lion King musical, that grandiose opening number, just like the movie. And I sang, and I actually applied for the role of Pumbaa, the warthog, the pig. I could have done the singing part without breaking a sweat, but I didn't have enough acting experience back then in 99. But they called me up, the casting firm, Rollbesattarna in Swedish, and she didn't barely say her name. She said, I'm from the casting firm. I said, Richard? And then she said, can you dance professionally? I said, no. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. Had you been able to dance professionally, we would cast you as one of the ensemble, the animals in the background. That basically the choir of the musical, and they portray different animals along the musical, which roughly follows the script of more or less of the movie. I count that as my largest artistic achievement, being considered for that, and probably would have got it to be in the Lion King, because Lion King movie is a unbelievable movie, both the first one and the remake, but especially the first one. And the singing and the songs and everything, and the ones who sang Lea Bohem and everyone else. The musical, I would argue, is better than both movies, regardless of who are performing in it, in the London and the New York versions. I haven't seen the Hamburg one. I think it's called Löwen something. Löwen's supposed to be lion in German. But for me, that's the greatest achievement to have been considered for that ensemble role. Not one of the main characters, not one of the supporting characters, but to be in that. And to do that 8 times a week. No, that would have been and still will always be a dream of mine on a musical stage. And not only do I think that the musical is better than of these both really great movies, Lion King, it's one of the best, finest pieces of art in human history. This is my personal view. So, the Lion King musical, I would put it up, and I know these fanatics, because they're fanatics in all art forms, say no, but I would put it up with Mona Lisa and the works of Michelangelo and other works of Da Vinci and greatest compositions of Bach and Beethoven, which I think are the most fantastic composers, even more than Mozart. I love Bach and Beethoven more than even Mozart. I think Bach and Beethoven are both greater composers than Mozart, and I will probably be hit on the street if I go near any opera. Some professional opera person sees me. But this is my personal view. Bach and Beethoven are greater than Mozart, but who cares? They're all unbelievably great. And who cares what music? I mean, Hair, the musical Hair is unbelievable. I've seen maybe 30 different musicals in my life, and the difference between them is it's splitting hairs. So there's really no point in saying, oh, that's the greatest. But for me personally, the Lion King musical is the greatest musical of all time, and it's one of the greatest pieces of art ever made. So being considered to be part of that, for me, of course, personally, it's the greatest artistic joy. Having said that, this work of art that I'm going to be part of, I'm so honored. I'm so happy. It's the greatest artistic achievement in my life since I never was cast in Lion King musical. I was considered, and they wanted me, or at least that casting director did. But in terms of scale and exposure, it's going to be the greatest thing. That's one thing. Then I have another job on Wednesday. So first it's costume fitting tomorrow, Monday. Costume fitting in Swedish is kostymprov, to get the right clothes for the thing. Then next week after that, we shoot that. It's going to be great fun. I can't wait to meet the whole team, to meet the other artist. I can't say which one to give it away, but I'm going to co-star with. I can't wait, and I can't wait for you to see it. I think it's going to be really fun. So, costume fitting tomorrow, another job on Wednesday. The big job the week after that. And of course, I applied for many more things. I haven't, the one thing I did expect to get, I didn't get. The thing I never expected to get, I got. So that's life for you. I couldn't wish you more and happier, great Sunday. Coming week, life. I wish you all love, peace, prosperity, happiness. And try to enjoy life. I know if you're really sick, you can't do that. If you're in a war zone, you can't do that. But if you're not sick, if you're not in a war zone, try to enjoy life and appreciate every single breath and your good health. But of course, I wish everyone in the war zones world peace forever and everywhere on Earth, in the future on Moon, Mars, and when we leave the solar system. I wish you all love. I wish you all peace.